Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chairman, committee members, my name is Doug Chyatte, Chyatte. I'm here on behalf of Montanans for Responsible Legislation. Today I testify as a proponent because I applaud the desire to reform Montana's Medical Marijuana Act. I appreciate the energy that was involved and invested in this endeavor and the thoughtful nature under which this task was undertaken. Montanans for Responsible Legislation represents thousands of legitimate medical marijuana patients eager for reform, for relief, and for protection under the law that all citizens are guaranteed. We are very pleased about language that prohibits local government from banning access to medical cannabis. Recently, our good friend and MRL board member, Algie Fain, succumbed to wasting syndrome, effectively starving to death under Great Falls' ban of medical cannabis. Algie refused to break the law. He did not want to be seen as a criminal, but found that cannabis was the only effective remedy to deal with his painful peripheral neuropathy, his loss of appetite, and his nausea. Algie was murdered by local prohibition, and I stand here today to commend your efforts and to ensure we never lose another Montanan to reactionary public policy. There are serious problems, however, contained in the verbiage of 68. First of all, the dual diagnosis for chronic pain patients has been a serious point of contention today. It's unnecessarily punitive for chronic pain patients and runs contrary to the spirit of Initiative 148. While well-intentioned, this aspect of the law does little to address the abuses or the exploitations we have endured over this past year. It is simply an unnecessary punishment for the thousands of law-abiding, legitimate chronic pain patients. The exclusion of a medical defense from statute or the affirmative defense would render our courts, as punitive in nature as the federal government's. A compassionate access law without the inclusion of an affirmative defense basically allies us with the federal government in refusing to listen to science, to fact, to reason, or compassion. The exclusion of probationers and parolees is not only morally questionable, but runs contrary to every American's Eighth Amendment right to be free from cruel and unusual punishment. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.